and stay here?
I don't know if there's necessarily a main reason, like by itself. I think it's a lot of factors. Number one thing is continuing to try to win here, and that's why I play the game. I love to compete. I know people outside of here aren't expecting as much out of us as we do of ourselves, but I think we have the makings of some good things here, and continuing to be a part of that. I really enjoy playing for KO. The Wilfs run a top shelf organization. Between KO, Kwesi, learning under Flores has been awesome. Learned a lot of things last year that I was never really introduced to throughout my career, which is pretty cool. And as long as I've been around, to learn some new things, try some new things. Being around Durante Jones, and we've got a good relationship, and learn really well from him, and enjoy being in the room and trying to help the young guys come along. So it's a lot of things.
How long did it take to decide, just physically, where you were at after the grind of last season, whether you wanted to go back?
Yeah, every year is different, and I was pretty healthy all last year, and then I kind of got just some things pop up at the end that kind of lingered a little longer than I thought. But once I got a little bit of time on my own, I started feeling pretty good. And I don't even think I talked to my agent outside of just friendly things until like a couple days before free agency. I was really completely just living life like I wasn't a football player, it's like a good weight off your mind just to kind of reset and come back around to it and make a decision. And I feel good and I enjoy it and think I can add a lot to the organization. So I felt like I should continue.
What did you think of all the additions, both in free agency and the draft?
Yeah, obviously the draft is, everyone, it's all hyped up and everything, and free agency comes kind of piece by piece. And I saw some and liked the moves, obviously, but just getting here in the building over the last couple weeks and seeing the bodies that we got, some guys up front. I'm never gonna say oh yeah, we'll see what happens. But I like it. I like what we got going on. Yeah.
To be a vet and then under B-Flow discover new things. Usually you've been there, done that by this time, but it seems like it re-energized you.
Yeah, for sure. And being around a personality like his, where he's very confident, but he's not. He kind of speaks my language. He's not like a big rah guy, but he's very intense, and he means what he says. Things are very clear cut, and then obviously schematically there's new things. So and then his level of success he's had, as a younger coach, as a coordinator, experience as a head coach. There's a lot to be learned from him beyond football as well. And as I've gotten a few more years under my belt, I appreciate those things, but just how to carry yourself as a man and as a husband, a father, and how those things carry over to football. And being responsible and being accountable and helping others when you can.
Harrison, at what point did you feel like this offseason that you kind of felt you knew the answer of whether or not you were coming back?
Probably a couple days before I restructured, I guess. Yeah. Like I said, I just kind of chilled out, didn't think about ball too much. And then honestly, I almost forgot free agency, the date of it. Not I forgot about it, but just when it exactly it was. And saw some things on ESPN. I was like, I should go ahead and get this going. But I already knew what I wanted to do. It's more just seeing how it works, seeing if we can work it out, fit things together. Nothing exciting. Hanging out with my family, working out here and there, doing I always do some weird hobbies in the off season, so just trying to find new things. I do a lot of My brother was kind of like redoing a lot of my house outside and in, and I just kind of like helped out, worked under him, got that experience in my life, which was pretty cool. It was fun.
Apprentice carpenter now?
Yeah, carpenter, welder, whatever, wherever I can help out, yeah.
What's it like having 2 kids and switching to man coverage with the kids?
Man, it's been a lot of fun. It's been really good. Like, really couldn't be more blessed in that regard, so I appreciate that, and just enjoying that time at home, and excited to go back this weekend. Yeah.
In that time when you were just kind of not thinking about ball, or was it just, did that give you an epiphany moment, or was it just nice to just
yeah, nothing, no like real epiphany. Like, I had an idea as long as I felt good and we could work things out. I kind of had that inclination. Like I said, been pretty healthy, so you know, there's a pretty good amount of luck involved in that, and then hard work and people helping me out here and there. So still feel good and still feel like I can play at a high level.
Do you treat it like your last year, or do you just see year to year just what happens?
That's kind of what I've been doing the last few. I don't know. I just kind of take it day by day and thinking about what I'm doing on the field and how I can get better at that. And that kind of simplifies it, and it really lets you enjoy the moment more than saying like, oh, this is my last one, and like kind of making it that. That's not really my style. I like the action. I like the meetings. I like being around the guys. And when I approach it that way, I tend to get more out of it, and I think I help add more. So just being in the present and appreciating the opportunity I got.
How much have you enjoyed just seeing the other guys, Metellus, Bynum, sort of come around from draft picks to developing to now playing major roles?
Yeah, it's been awesome. When you have guys, especially at positions and similar positions, that like share the same idea of the game and desires to make plays, and like have a little bit of, I've always said like you got to be a little bit selfish in a good way, and just kind of having all those things and watching them grow together, you know, individually. It's pretty awesome to be around, and it keeps me like trying to compete with them as well. So it's a nice dynamic that we got.
Thanks, everybody. We'll have
Thank you.